You cannot walk around life without, at the minimum, having a high school diploma. You and I are going to work on that together. And if you don't, I will put you over my knee like a little child and I'm going to spank you with a ton of jail. So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On July 7th, 2024, witness 1 stated that he observed the defendant arguing and then striking the complaining witness with a closed fist to her head. The complaining witness is the girlfriend of 5 years. The complaining witness fell to the ground and then the defendant hit her in the face again. Witness 2 tried to intervene, telling the complaining witness to run and then running into the Kroger asking for security. Once security was outside, the defendant threatened security to ignore what was going on and to mind their business. Witness 1 called the police and the complaining witness walked away from the scene. The defendant struck the complaining witness again with a closed fist to the head as she was walking off. The complaining witness stated the defendant was intoxicated and did not want the defendant to go to jail. The complaining witness admitted to the defendant striking her. However, she retracted her statement once the situation was likely leading towards the defendant being in jail. The complaining witness does not want to pursue charges and refused to cooperate in regard to her injuries. Law enforcement officers observed bruising on her right cheek and neck area of her head. The complaining witness advised she would remain in contact with the defendant and the defendant stated, "I got her a ring, therefore I can do whatever I want to her."
I got her a ring, so I can do whatever he wants. And I've got your bond, so I can do whatever I want. And I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication and not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? I'm now issuing what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies Lindsay and Edmund as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. Threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You can do none of this. No weapons or no going within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. You understand? You violate these conditions, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. As it stands now, Mr. Aris Mendez, no alcohol, no dope, and no contact. Otherwise, I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond sky high. Do you understand me, sir?
Yeah.
Do you have any prior criminal history? The bond is set high for someone who, that's why, please, if you can run an NCIC, because the bond is higher than what normally would have, someone would have with no criminal history.
We can't speak on the bond decision, Your Honor, but with regards to this
No,
injury.
nothing? Okay. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
Select that work in a warehouse.
How much money do you make a month? Who do you live with? Did you graduate from high school? Now we're going to start working on that. I will give you a lawyer today. You have 2 weeks to figure out how we're going to get started to work on getting your high school diploma. You must get online, start researching how to get your GED. I want you to do that. You come back in 2 weeks. If you've done nothing, life for you is not going to go well with me. You get my drift. You have 2 weeks to start researching how to get your GED, to get your high school diploma. You cannot walk around life without, at the minimum, having a high school diploma. You and I are going to work on that together. And if you don't, I will put you over my knee like a little child and I'm going to spank you with a ton of jail time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you have let me ask you this. Do you have a computer? You don't have a computer. Okay. How do you access the internet? So you have a cell phone. Okay. Use your cell phone. And within 2 weeks, I want to see what you've done to register and look for classes. If you have any issues, I'm going to give you a lawyer today. And we have services that can help you if you need to get your high school diploma. We are going to do this one way or the other. It can either go the easy way or it can go the hard way. Do you understand? Okay. I already have an application on file. So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get what trace for your bond conditions. No more dope, no more alcohol. You understand me? Okay, come on.